When Michael Jordan was in high school, he was not accepted into the school basketball team. The coach considered him too short and not ready for the level of competition. For many teenagers, this will have been the end of their dreams, but for Jordan it was the beginning of his journey. He practiced every day until he was exhausted. A year later, he was finally accepted onto the team, and a few years after that, he became the best basketball player in history. He later said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again, and that is why I succeed." Thomas Edison was obsessed with the idea of inventing the light bulb. Time and time again, he tested the performance of yet another prototype, and time again, nothing worked. He reinvented the light bulb exactly 1,000 times, and it still didn't work. But on the 1,001st attempt, he succeeded, and his invention became known throughout the world, and his name went down in history. When asked what it was like to experience failure 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb, he replied, "Failure is the process of invention." Edison believes that he didn't have 1,000 failed attempts, but rather 1,000 steps toward a successful invention, emphasizing the importance of trial and error rather than a single right moment. But unlike Thomas Edison, many of us underestimate the importance of failure. On the contrary, most people are so focused on avoiding mistakes that they forget about the real goal. Failure is life's greatest teacher. Throughout history, successful people have claimed that making mistakes is fundamental to achieving success. You can only learn to play the guitar if you practice every day. At first, you will make many mistakes, but in the end, you will be able to play with your eyes closed. Before a track and field athlete broke the world record, he learned to walk as a child. Time and time again, he got up, took a few steps, fell down and got up again to start over. Success in any endeavor is the ability to learn from defeat. Winston Churchill said, "The quickest way to success is to stop being afraid of failure." Fear of defeat only arises when we pay too much attention to the past and the future. Having experienced defeat once and received the corresponding reaction from the world around us, we now always look back on this experience and imagine it repeating itself in the future. All this happens because we think not about the task at hand, but about the past and the future. Consciousness is essentially the absence of fears, complexes, and distractions. Consciousness is being in a moment where there's only a goal but no worries or doubts. But how does defeat lead us to consciousness? The more we lose, the more clearly we realize the truth. There is no point in being afraid of anything. There is only point in doing what depends on us. Most defeats are associated precisely with worries. Let's think again about very young children who have not yet been influenced by society. They don't know how to do anything, but they will learn everything. More than half of children's actions are failures. But they don't need motivation, short-term goals, or horizons. They're completely conscious. For them, there is only their goal and nothing else. Isn't that the best motivation for losing? The world lives by the law of one step back, two steps forward. But a step back is mandatory. Now let's talk about how to behave when you lose and what to do. Think about why you made a mistake. When you make a mistake, calm down, put aside your emotions and negative thoughts, and think about why you made it. Very often you will come to the conclusion that you suffered a defeat because you made a decision under the influence of fear, shame, or social pressure. The more you analyze yourself, the more often you will hear your inner voice. Don't let regrets and emotions cloud your vision. Accept it. Regrets and emotions are a product of expectations. Accept the situation as it is and just keep going your way. Look at things positively. It's true, just think from the outset that everything is working out for your benefit, even if you can't see or understand how. You must be firmly convinced that your loss is something wonderful that is worth rejoicing over. One day you will be surprised at how clearly this trick works. No matter how good the mistakes are, there are also bad ones. The worst mistakes are those you repeat. And remember, defeat is part of victory.